Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to Drakiith, one of the many agents that we'll be recruiting in our war against the Beholder Initiative. Thanks for your continued support, Drakiith. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Episode 2. Now, last time we completed the extended tutorial, but now we're on our own. That means we need to recruit agents, collect and analyze intelligence, and see if we can discover what Project Iceberg really is. Speaking of which, I had a couple of people point out that I missed one of the links the last time we were studying the Project Iceberg files. We're still going to need more files before we can actually finish our analysis, but this does put us one step closer. Now, we don't have much else to work with at the moment, so let's jump out to the world map. Now this is where the player will be spending the vast majority of their time, tracking and observing enemy activity and deploying their agents on special missions. This is also where the player will essentially advance the campaign timer, which is required to complete most tasks. Of course, this is a double-edged sword because, while you're working towards accomplishing your goals, your enemies are also working towards accomplishing theirs. There are certain ways that you can slow down their activities, but we'll get to that a bit later in the campaign. At the moment, we've already got a ping on our radar, so let's send one of our agents out to investigate. Okay, looks like he actually discovered some enemy activity. Apparently, the Beholder Initiative suspects that we have a base in the area, so they've sent out one of their agents to investigate. Under normal circumstances, we'd send a couple of our guys out to do some tactical recon, or try to trail the enemy agent back to their headquarters. Unfortunately, this early in the campaign, we just don't have that kind of equipment yet, so in this case, our only options are to disrupt the op, or to go in blind and see if we can take them out by force. Generally speaking, you don't want to send your agents in blind, not unless it's a real emergency. We'll just disrupt the op for now and see if we can buy ourselves enough time to get the equipment we need. It's also important to remember that unless your agent is already on site, it's going to take them time to actually get there, and additional time to finish whatever job you assigned them. That means that you won't always have time to properly respond to enemy activity.
This might be bad timing, but you have a package from Leslie in operations.
Do we? Alright, let's see what Leslie wants. That was some first-rate espionage work. I'm talking about mine, of course. Since my intel proved so accurate, I must assume the rest of it is worth checking out as well. I need another favor. Find the man called Aguirre. He's neck-deep in this. Also, he's an asshole. Dossier attached. Way to keep things classy, Leslie. Okay, so now we've got another secret file, Aguirre's dossier. Now, I will actually read some of the files we discover, because they're directly relevant to the story. In this case, though, this is really just an agent's rap sheet, so we'll skim through it and touch on the highlights. Jerry Melendez, codename Aguirre. Impulsive, vengeful. Arrested multiple times as a teenager, but never charged due to his age. Until he murdered 7 people. Then he was sentenced to 25 years in prison, but escaped 6 months later. After that, he popped up in Miami as an enforcer for a drug cartel. And an all-around scumbag. Then he disappeared, got trained by Cuban intelligence, and was arrested by the DEA. And that brings us to the present, where he's currently posing as a charity worker who's suspected of smuggling in the Middle East. That also unlocks a new corkboard, but we don't actually have any files to put on it just yet. We'll just have to go back to the world map for now, until we can find enough files to actually resolve this part of the investigation. But before we do that, let's get Deadpan started on another set of lockpicks. There we go. Now let's go find some files. Oh. Well, okay, we're going to have to spread our agents across the countryside. Actually, we've almost finished our forging facility. Let's hold off on sending our agents out just yet, at least until we've had a chance to customize them. There we go. Okay, let's head back to base. And let's visit the forger. Now, I started with this facility because I really wanted to customize our agents, but its primary purpose is actually to counterfeit cash, which serves as your primary source of income. You do actually have to assign an agent to handle the counterfeiting, but otherwise there's no actual downside, so you'll want to make sure you always have someone slotted. Aside from that, you'll also use this facility to help manage your agent's heat. Every time one of your agents goes on a mission, gets spotted in the field, or engages in certain other types of special activities, it will increase their heat level. Heat will naturally drop as long as an agent is lying low, but if they accumulate too much heat, then their identity will be compromised. At that point, they're a lot more likely to be tracked or even ambushed while traveling on the world map, at least until you forge them a new passport. Speaking of which, that's also how we customize our characters, so give me a few minutes and we'll introduce you to our new agents. And welcome back. It cost us about $1,500, but let's take a look at our first batch of custom agents. First up, we've got Rowan Church, codename Chameleon. He's a former Gladio operative from the United Kingdoms, and as our first custom agent, he's also how I learned that there's an 8-character limit on how long codenames can be. That means he's codenamed Camilio for now, at least until we update his passport. Then we've got Marana Steed, codename Knight, former U.S. Marine Corps, and Mark Richards, codename Snake, freelance agent turned CIA asset. We've also got 2 other agents that we still need to customize, Durand and Shield. Unfortunately, they're off disrupting an enemy plot at the moment, but we'll update their passports as soon as they get back. In the meantime, we'll get started on our next major facility upgrade. Now, all things considered, I'm tempted to go with improved printing press, which will significantly increase our hourly income rate. But given our current situation, I think we're going to have to prioritize tactical recon equipment instead. That'll give us some more options on how to approach enemy activity in the field. Okay, let's get someone started on our counterfeiting operation. We'll put Knight in there for now, but in the future it'll be a good place to put agents who need to lie low for a while. Alright, let's get back out to the world map. Looks like a few more points of interest have popped up. Oh, I will say it's generally a bad idea to send agents out by themselves like this. We just don't have much choice at the moment. We tracked down Aguirre. Officially, he coordinates maritime transport for a charity called the Good Samaritans of America. Unofficially, that's what we need to find out. We just need to wait until he makes a suspicious move and follow him to his destination. Okay, we just got our first 2 files on Aguirre. Obviously, it's not enough to resolve the investigation yet, but we might as well get started on it. Havoc beams, LX-09, and alkaline flats. Aruba Bay, Jetstream, and Antioquia Cartel. I'm pretty sure I butchered that pronunciation. We'll just get things organized here, and then we'll come back to it later. Let's keep looking for trouble. Ah, okay. This is our next main story mission. Unlike most other missions, this one's not time sensitive, so we can come back and handle it whenever we feel like we're ready. Obviously, Snake can't handle it on his own, so we'll have him come back to base for now. Nothing in Kuwait. Let's have Chameleon check out that other location. Kabul. It's important to note that once an agent is in the air, you can't reroute them, so you need to make sure you plan out your travel accordingly. It's not really that big a deal right now, but later in the game, some flights will take up to 2 days at a time. We're done researching tactical recon. We've still got some cash to spare, so let's get started on another upgrade. Yeah, let's get started on that optimized printing press. We can always use more money. We've got more suspicious activity in Algiers. Let's get Snake to look into that. Ah, there we go. Looks like S.H.I.E.L.D. and Durand have successfully disrupted the enemy recon operation. Our base is safe, and Durand went up a level. Let's get them back to base, and we'll get them set up with some new passports. Algiers is clear. Come on back, Snake. Okay, give me another moment to check the waiting list, and we'll set up 2 more custom agents. And we're back. Let's take a look at our 2 newest recruits. First, we've got Diva Sivyalstread, codename Akinosef. She's a bloodthirsty and somewhat shady mercenary out of Czechoslovakia. Not the most trustworthy sort, but the best we could find on such short notice. Then we've got Peter Jakubov, codename Takuma. He's a former Navy SEAL and the undisputed muscle for our group. Not only is he an expert with automatic weapons, but he's also got the Survivor perk, which makes him much more effective in hand-to-hand combat. Now, obviously, we're going to need a lot more agents in the future. We'll get started on expanding our crew quarters and see if we can round up some new recruits. Though, at the moment, there's actually nothing going on. Since we've got manpower to spare, let's go ahead and tail Aguirre. Ah, of course. Something just had to happen right after we committed half our team. Alright, let's send out our last 2 agents. Oh. Well, we've got a potential agent, but they'll have to wait a while. We just can't spare the cash right now. Ah, we've also got an enemy recon team nearby. Bad timing, but nothing we can't handle. Okay, we're going to need all hands on deck for this, so let's pull Knight off cash forging duty and book her a flight to Baghdad. Now we can have Takuma and Knight begin counter-surveillance on the enemy recon team. That's going to take 10 hours to complete, so we should have plenty of time to get Akinosef back into position. Okay, Sargota looks clear. Aguirre drove for several hours and crossed the border into Syria unhindered. The border patrol must have been paid off. Our agent finally tracked him to a ruined public library in a Syrian ghost town, where Aguirre set up camp. Alright, mission accomplished. That frees up the rest of our team, gets us a little experience, and it should unlock the next part of the story. But not until after we finish analyzing these documents. Okay, let's see here. Alkaline Flats. Dynamo room. Jettison. Okay. No more links. We'll need to find more documents to complete this. Let's get back to recon. Oh, wait. That's, I think that's Aguirre's safe house. Alright, looks like we need 4 agents to stake the place out, so we can't do that just yet. But we will send 1 agent out, just to get a look at the place. Crew quarter expansion is done. Let's get started on perimeter detectors. And let's get Snake back to base. Oh, geez. They're really keeping us busy here. Okay, let's check out those new signals. Recon's done. That gives us a little experience and a big tactical advantage. Of course, now they're almost done with their recon as well, and we don't have enough time to disrupt their operation. That means it's time to go in and take out their team by force. Shoot, I meant to send a Kinosef there. Okay, well, most of our agents are still within range to participate in the mission. It'll just take them time to get there. In this case, since we've already got Knight and Takuma in position, we'll just have them handle the assault as well. Yeah, we'll send Knight in undercover, and Takuma will be our heavily armed backup. Let's make sure he's properly equipped. We've only got 1 bulletproof vest right now, so we'll hand that off to him. Let's give him a set of lockpicks as well. Now we just need someone on support. I think Deadpan will handle this one personally. There are other support positions available, but that requires research and specialized equipment. Unfortunately, we don't have either of those just yet. We could actually send a second spotter or even a cleanup team to provide extra support, but that would cost additional money, and again, we just can't spare that right now. Fortunately, this is a pretty early mission, so we should be fine with a 3-man team. Operation Sudden Orbit, Baghdad. An enemy operative is conducting reconnaissance in this area, trying to locate our headquarters. Allowing them to continue would put our operations in jeopardy. Make sure the agent never reports back. If possible, capture the trespasser for interrogation. Alright, agents, you've got your orders. Neutralize that enemy operative, then safely evacuate the area. Good luck, agents. First things first, let's get a look at the layout. There's some intel on the main floor. Let's avoid that. There's the security terminal. Okay, our first priority needs to be shutting off that security. Oh, there's a weapons locker. Alright, I think I've got a pretty good idea of what we're doing here. Let's take a look at the second floor, and then we can get started. That's the agent we have to capture. Looks like they're holed up with a weapon case, some intel files, and an active camera. We've got another upstairs office over here, too, but I don't see any reason for us to go up there. Okay, here's the plan. Knight's in disguise, so she'll go through the main area and try to get eyes on that enemy agent. Meanwhile, Takuma will circle the building and shut down that security. Then we'll see if we can neutralize that enemy agent, and we'll have to play it by ear from there. we're going to put Takuma right in front of this camera, but that shouldn't be a problem since we're shutting down security immediately afterwards. We also need to set up our spotter, so let's put him where he can see that enemy agent and get this party started.
Lone enemy operative. Eliminate or capture. Keep it quiet, if possible.
Okay, let's have Takuma make a beeline for that security terminal. Ah, we've got a guard on the second floor, but he's not looking in our direction. The important thing is, this room looks unguarded. We should be good to go. Now Knight has started over here, and she's already got 2 enemies in sight. That makes it a lot harder to take them out without getting spotted. No sign of any civilians, just hostiles. Okay, we'll just ignore the guards for now. We'll send Knight through the main area here. She can pick up that intel and, this weapon locker here too. Then, once Takuma's got the cameras shut down, she should be able to neutralize that enemy agent. The big risk here is that agent can see right through her disguise. We need to make sure she doesn't get spotted going up the ladder. Ah, okay. The agent is looking down at the assembly area. That makes this a lot easier. Okay, let's see here. Unfortunately, Knight can't loot that locker because that guard is looking right at her. I mean, she could loot the locker anyway, but that would probably look pretty suspicious. You know, what we can do is take this guy out first. The other guard is remaining stationary, so he won't notice right away.
Affirmative.
Alright, so far so good. Now, we could dispose of this body, but I think we should take that guy out first. He can't spot us if he's unconscious.
Excellent.
Nice. Now we can loot that locker. Light machine gun. Let's get those cameras shut off. Good work, Takuma. Make sure you destroy the footage, too. Okay, things are going pretty smoothly. I guess we should probably get rid of these bodies. Since Knight has already cleared the room, we should be able to bring Takuma in there as well. Though we do still need to be careful. There are guards on the second floor.
My skills are at your disposal.
Alright, let's get rid of that second body, and then we'll need Knight to start scouting ahead. We know what the layout of these rooms are, but we have no idea where anyone is standing. The last thing we want is for Takuma to get spotted while we're making our approach. We could have him circle outside the building, then he wouldn't be trespassing, but it would also take him pretty far out of his way. I don't like the look of this guard post here. That might actually be more risky. Okay, let's just stick with the original plan.
Yeah.
Alright, let's start our approach. We'll park ourselves right next to this intel, but we won't grab it yet. We need to make sure we won't be spotted. Looks like a rifle assembly line. Shame we can't actually take those. Ah, yeah, there's a civilian right there. Oh, and we've got local military forces out front. That definitely complicates things. Alright, that civilian's annoying, but they're not moving around, so we should be able to avoid them. Let's grab the intel and end our turn. Okay, still going smoothly. Let's move Knight over to the ladder. You know what? Let's check our evac zones. We might need to make a quick exit. Oof, that one's the closest, but it's completely surrounded by Iraqi soldiers. We might actually be able to make that work, but let's set up a secondary exit, just in case. Fortunately, Takuma brought lockpicks.
I read you.
Now let's head up top. Actually, let's have the spotter take another look. Okay, he hasn't moved, so we're good to make our approach. Oh, right. Before we head up there, let's loot this weapon locker. Not bad. A gun accessory and a second-tier pistol. Oh, shoot. That civilian is actually starting to move around. I was really hoping they'd hold still. Well, we definitely can't risk being spotted, so we'll have to take them out. We could just kill them, but murdering civilians is messy business and brings a lot of unnecessary heat. In this case, we'll bring Takuma up and he should be able to knock them out non-lethally.
What do you require?
Okay, I think we're almost done here, so let's call in our evac. Ah, this would have been perfect, but there's no windows on this side of the building. We'll go out through the front.
I'm on my way.
What the?
Okay, agents, you're on the clock, so let's make this quick. We'll move Knight up first. That way she can pick up that intel and knock out the enemy agent in a single turn. Don't mind me, boss. Just, double-checking the paperwork.
Mission target incapacitated.
Copy, team.
Now let's neutralize that civilian. Actually, that might not be necessary. We're going out the front, so we don't really need to worry about this guy. We need to make sure we grab that case, too. Okay, let's see what we've got. Ooh, another bulletproof vest. Very nice. Now let's scoop up that agent. Meanwhile, let's bring Takuma up to the entrance. We need to know where all these soldiers are standing. Oh, nice. He can actually walk right out without being spotted. That's convenient. Yeah, these guys are guarding the perimeter, so I guess it makes sense that they're not watching the inside of the warehouse.
What do you require?
Okay, now let's scoop up that agent and see if we can make our exit. Can we go out the window? No, I guess that was hoping for too much. Well, we'll just take the long way. Oh, yeah, we would have been spotted anyway. Okay, I'm pretty sure we can still do this. We just need these soldiers to keep looking the other way.
Standing by for orders.
There's our ride. We've got 3 turns before they decide that idling van is suspicious. Oof, this is nerve-wracking. We could have probably chosen a safer exit, but where's the fun in that? That guy's headed right back towards us. That's a problem. Oh, wait, he turned away from the entrance.
I read you.
Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, looks clear. Let's go. Don't mind us. Our friends just had a little too much to drink. Nice.
Stick a fork in us. We're done.
That actually went about as smoothly as it possibly could have. Not only did we walk away with the enemy agent, but we never set off the alarm, and we got all the available loot. All things considered, that's not a bad start to the campaign. Okay, so we picked up a Sparrow light machine gun, a V-76 semi-auto, and a bulletproof vest. plus the enemy agent. We also got blueprints for smoke grenades. That could be useful. And, of course, we got some new documents to analyze, so we'll probably start with that. Some decent XP gain, but no level ups. Ah, and capturing that enemy agent got us 3 more documents. That should be more than enough. Okay, let's see here. Fairview House. Alma Mater. Dynamo Room. And Buccaneers. That's everything. Now, let's tie all this together. There we go. Looks like that got us 2 more documents and 2 more potential recruits. Not what I was hoping for, but better than nothing. Alright, now let's finish the iceberg files. Shakmakov. Let's just get a little organized here. High Society. Snowcat, that's one we needed. Indigo Codices. And Poison Ivy. Where's the Batman when you need him? Oh, that actually gives us just the connection we need. 1 down, 1 to go. Okay. Now we just need to find Steel Grip, Stasi, Cornerstone, I think yeah, there we go. Plague Doctors. Ah, Steel Grip, Slick Venom, and Headhunters. Now we just need to connect the dots. And done. Just more agent candidates. Come on. It's not that we don't need more agents, it's just that... Here, I'll show you. Unfortunately, you can never have more than 5 potential agents at a time. Once you get past that, they just start overwriting each other. On the bright side, we'll at least have an ample selection of warm bodies to choose from when we do start recruiting new agents. Anyway, I think that actually brings us to a pretty good stopping point for the episode. We'll hit the pause button and pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Phantom Doctrine, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, or the store page on Steam or GOG. Links are in the description.